About a month ago, I unboxed the brand new 15-inch MacBook Air and shared my initial thoughts. It's time to see how this machine has held up over the last month and whether my opinions have changed in any way. If you're interested in this device, but you haven't fully committed to making a purchase, this is definitely the video to watch. First off, let's talk design. Since my last video, I have had the chance to appreciate the attention to detail that Apple have put into this design. This is normally the case when it comes to Apple products, but the slim profile still blows me away, and the way the laptop seamlessly fits into my daily routine is impressive. I still do not regret the color option I went for. Silver definitely does hide fingerprints well, but after seeing the other models in person, I do think it's hard to go wrong with any color. Whether it's midnight, starlight, space gray, or silver, all of these look super cool. I have heard some people complain about the fact that the color of the model shows through between the keys on the keyboard, unlike the MacBook Pro line. For me, this hasn't been an issue. Prior to the new Pros being released, this is what MacBooks looked like and I loved their design. It's the same with this machine. I like what Apple have done here, and I'm still blown away with the power you can get out of a machine that is this thin and this light. We'll talk more about power in a bit, but before we do, let's talk about the display. The 15-inch Retina display is absolutely gorgeous. The screen has a resolution of 2880 by 1864 and is capable of displaying over 1 billion colors. The Mac is also able to get really bright, up to 500 nits of brightness to be specific, and I have had no issues working in direct sunlight whatsoever. The display really is just incredibly sharp and vibrant, and it's perfect for watching movies, editing video, or working on creative projects. Now that is word for word what I said in my last video about this Mac. The reason I'm saying it again is because my opinion has not changed at all. If I need a bigger display, I have the luxury of plugging it straight into my studio display. But when I'm on the go, this display and screen size is perfect. Paying around £1,000 less for this machine in comparison to my old 16-inch MacBook Pro, you expect a downgrade in quality. And that is the case with this display. However, it is not noticeable for me, certainly not noticeable enough for me to regret switching. Now, let's dive into real world performance. In the initial review, I said how well this Mac performs considering its form factor. The M2 chip sitting inside this base model is absolutely ridiculous and capable of far more than you would initially expect. For a lot of people considering this Mac, what really matters is how this laptop handles everyday tasks. For these people, they should have no concerns whatsoever. I can confidently say there is no everyday task that this Mac cannot handle. Now, for the people who push their Macs a little bit further, I've been working on a variety of projects from photo editing to video rendering, all things YouTube and more. I must say, this machine continues to impress me. It's like having a portable powerhouse at my fingertips. I really have pushed this Mac over the last month, and every video you see on the channel has been fully edited on this machine, and there has only been one video that managed to slow this machine down, and that was the New York City shot on iPhone video. Link to that in the description if you're interested. I can confidently use this machine to run my entire YouTube channel, and I do think that speaks volumes. If you do even more than this, then I think those people know they need to be looking at a more professional Mac. I'm using the base model. In hindsight, I feel like I would have liked to have upgraded the memory and storage a little more just to future-proof this Mac. So if you're someone similar to me, maybe think about that when making your purchase. Overall though, if this is what the M2 chip is capable of, I am super excited for where Apple are going with their in-house silicon. Let's move on to battery life. As always, this has been a priority for me, and it's been interesting to track how the MacBook Air has held up. Over the past month, I've used it on the go and obviously pushed it with resource-intensive tasks. The results have been quite consistent with my initial impressions. The battery life holds up well. What Apple state you can get out of this machine is fairly accurate unless you are pushing the MacBook. Having my display has been a luxury because the display is able to charge the machine whilst I work. But again, I feel like Apple have done well in this area and the battery life is very good. Let's circle back and mention the Mac's design again. To be specific, the keyboard and trackpad. I've not yet mentioned how comfortable the typing experience is on this machine, and after typing thousands of words and navigating a lot of scripts, I can safely say the Mac's keyboard is much better than what Apple have put out in the past. The trackpad size also makes things a lot more comfortable when using this machine without a mouse. Over the past month, I have taken this laptop to work, I've taken it to coffee shops, I've even taken it to New York. Carrying around a 15-inch laptop would normally be something I would avoid doing, especially in these situations, but whether it's been editing video on a plane or quickly grabbing my Mac to finish off writing a script in Starbucks, this Mac has been a pleasure to use and does not feel like a chore to carry around. And because of that, this is definitely the MacBook I will be sticking with for a while. So then, that's pretty much it 1 month later. Has my perspective changed? Well, the short answer is not by much. The 2023 15-inch MacBook Air has maintained its charm and capability, and I'm even more convinced that it's a fantastic investment for anyone looking for a balance of power and portability. Its sleek design and lightweight build make it incredibly easy to carry around, while the powerful internals ensure smooth performance for tasks like video editing, graphic design, and multitasking. The high-resolution Retina display delivers stunning visuals, and the long battery life keeps you productive on the go. Whether you're a creative professional or a student, the 15-inch MacBook Air is an ideal choice for those seeking a blend of performance and convenience. If you are still on the fence about whether to make this laptop your own, I hope my extended experience has shed some light on what you can expect. Before we wrap things up, I want to mention everyone who shared their thoughts in the comments of my previous video on this Mac. Hopefully any questions people still have now been addressed in this video, but if not, then please drop a comment down below. I would love to get a discussion going on and find out what everyone thinks about this Mac. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.